How are we, ladies and gentlemen, listeners? Welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast.
1, 2, 3. Can he do it? The gloves are off. They go toe to toe, blow for blow. He's clear. His big heart pounding. Yes. There's history. The Tiger makes it 3 in a row.
Hello, punters. Welcome to another episode of the Leg Up Australia podcast. We're back. The original 4 horsemen are back. We got one episode in before you went to Grafton. I was in Mudgee. Welcome back, Campo.
Thank you.
How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
Yeah,
How's the
good.
break?
Yes, mate. Nothing like trudging down to Mudgee in the car and sitting in freezing cold.
Mudgee's good, isn't it? Why?
Mudgee's great, but it's just cold.
Yeah, it would be.
Hey, we went on the show last week, and you guys had breaking news on the show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't
Luke
see
Dittman
that. Yeah.
on
Done.
board. Done.
Wait.
Yeah, but I think he's got his new sort of business ventures with his pubs and
He's got Kelly Beach.
yeah.
You go to Kelly
They
Beach
should
a lot, don't you?
Never been there.
I see you all the time on Instagram.
No, I've never been
Having daiquiris in the pool
there. Getting my
bar.
rig out.
Of course he does.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet, but I have heard it's very good.
Yeah, and
We used to go to Ivy Pool Bar a bit. When
Shane
we were
Dye's son is
younger.
also in
Yep.
that as well, and Shane Dye in that. But yeah, so he announced his retirement. He is with it.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Well,
cool.
I knew, like, just from talking to him earlier in the week, but I thought, I'm just going to put this on him here and see if he goes with it. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
hopefully we can live up to that. You got to say something that's going to go viral. Just hit someone square between the eyes. just whack.
Deepour's got a slot.
Yeah, oh, that'd be bloody beautiful. Yeah, don't announce that to anyone until we get. How did Big D pull up after the Ramornie?
Yeah, he pulled up all right. He was a bit flat for a few days, definitely, yeah, so I'm not going to lie. But he's come through it all right. His last couple of days, he's come on. It was a great run, slowly run race. Big horse. He's still very immature in ways, and obviously, wasn't the best of circumstances, having to go back to the fence. But as I said, I can't blame Kyle. It was an incredible ride to get to where he got to, but just on that horse, he's not that sort of horse. You just got to get him to the outside. So there is a plan to maybe go around next Saturday, either go to Sydney or stay up here in Brisbane and then see how he is after that. But yeah, there's a few options still, but his main thing is he's happy and healthy now, so we push on.
How was that? I was just trying to think just before you rocked up. Is that kind of the biggest? I don't think it's the biggest race you've been in because there was the. What didn't he start in a group?
Yeah,
three or
he
something?
started in
Just
listed
gonna move this
first
down
up.
so the punters
Sorry.
can see your face.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
He started listed first up. No,
Yeah.
probably the Ramornie. Like obviously, it's a big race. It's been around for a number of years now. So yeah, no, definitely it's his biggest race I've had in. I haven't had many. I think that was my second listed runner. So and he was obviously the second two. I've had him running 2 listed races.
Yeah.
So I know he's definitely a horse that can win a Ramornie. He just needs things to go his way. He's a big horse, as I said, needs room, and unfortunately didn't get those circumstances. But as I said, yeah, he's pulled up good, so ready to rock and roll into next week.
How was the experience for you? Obviously you haven't been doing this for a hell of a long.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I just sort of wanted it to be over, really. Everyone's ringing and asking you questions, and you sort of start second-guessing yourself all the time, taking on bigger trainers, and you want to mix it with them. But he got there, he looked $1 million.
Yeah, he did.
I was proud of, the way he got there, and, to even get into the race from where he's become, I was really proud of that effort as well. And I'm not, I always say it's my name next to it, but I've got a great team behind me, and without them, I wouldn't have a horse like Deepour and a great group of owners. They're all, so still so happy after the race. Of course, people are frustrated and upset, but they're always ranked. They've all rang throughout the week and trying to check on the horse. So
yeah.
That's the main thing. And he's an exciting horse, and I know he's going to win. Definitely a better race than the Ramornie.
Oh, it was a great effort.
You did a lot of media in the week leading up to it. It was
Did
like
ya?
every news sort of side was Deepour, and I was like, geez, Campo's been busy here.
I did. I didn't see anything because I was in Mudgee in the lead up, so I didn't have any reception. But I did flick it on to watch. I had you right as I flicked it on. The big fella was in 4K.
Yeah, no, it was. It's always a big lead up when you obviously Ramornie. Like everyone's talking about it. It's a good race, but you got to do those things as a trainer. And
Do you like the media?
yeah, of course you've got to. Like
Promote
I probably,
yourself.
I
You
probably
don't
learnt,
have to,
I
but
probably
you
learnt that as well in in Hong Kong.
yeah.
The jockeys over there are like I believe a lot more professional. As in they know they have to do it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you look like an idiot. So
is more asked from the jockeys over there.
definitely.
Yeah.
But they know they have to do it. It really does annoy me at times when people don't give people the time of day when all they're doing is asking a question. We're horse trainers at the end of the day. We're not saving lives. Jockeys are jockeys. They're not saving lives either. So, if someone politely rings and says you've got 5 minutes, it's not hard to give them 5 minutes. So you got to do it. Sometimes, you're sort of just saying the same thing all the time, but, that's the aim of the game.
I didn't listen, but you're on Giddy Up, hey, with G Hall.
Yep.
And they were saying that they had someone on before you. Was it Mick Gannon? And he was saying how Deepour shouldn't have been favourite in the Ramornie. Were you on the line listening?
No.
He was like, because I heard Mick talking later in the week saying, "Oh, Holly, you got to give me a heads up of who you got coming on the show," because I was on giving saying that Deepour shouldn't have been favourite, and then you had all up Adam Campton. So I thought you might have been on the line brewing and then blood boiling.
Yeah, imagine that.
Hopefully Mick's got a 1,200 metre horse and we can take him on one day.
Race for slips.
That's right.
Good luck to him.
Slips.
I'll put the nos on.
Rock up in your Vin Diesel singlet. So overall, obviously, didn't win the race, but I thought it was a really fair effort. But just a good experience overall.
Yeah,
Grafton
for sure.
is a beautiful town. You were just saying how you love speed.
It's great. It was cold.
It is cold in Grafton, isn't it?
It's good. They were very, very welcoming. A few people after the race weren't so welcoming, so it was good. No, it was good.
They getting in you.
A couple of punters weren't too happy.
A couple of beer cans.
No, it's actually pretty quiet. Was it? I thought for a morning, I used to go years ago, and it was busy.
The Grafton, one time I've been in the Grafton Cup, it was loose.
Correct. Like we didn't go cup day, we obviously come back home, but they said it was a lot busier cup day. But it's, I love going to country cups, and it's good.
Hell yeah. That's the lifeblood of racing.
It is, definitely.
So what are we doing? It's a big show, but I've got kind of just flown in.
Well, yeah, we've got a bit of talking points. It's winter racing. That's the one thing I want to talk about. Campo, you obviously did a bit of time in Hong Kong before you came back over here, and they had their last meeting for the season at Sha Tin on Sunday. About 2 months, I think the break is until they come back in September. Is that something that we should look at adapting in Australia? Obviously we're a lot bigger than just Hong Kong, but the off season, is it something we look into?
I think there's not for as long. No, there's too many horses here and too many participants, too many people with jobs, and it'd be way too hard here, I think, to do that. Obviously in Hong Kong they have a lot lesser horses. A lot lesser trainers, a lot lesser jockeys. So it is able to be done over there. I think back in the day before I got there, it was, like a 3-month break they had. And
really?
Then they brought it back to, sort of.
So just no racing at all for 3 months?
No, they still tick the horses over, of course, and have their
lock 'em
trials.
Just got one of those automatic pellet feeders.
It's too hard here. And, you just look at the nominations now these days. Everywhere you go, there's just horses nominating. So, breeding and everything in Australia, it's probably a bit too hard to do that.
I will throw it out there. The Randwick on Saturday, the rail was out 11 metres.
Yeah.
So should we have 2 months of provincial tracks?
Yeah, give them a break.
You don't want
Could
to be
could we even look at, say, after your particular carnival, your main carnival, do you have a break there? You look at Sydney, it's there's a few lead ups into Brisbane, but say end of May, does Sydney go into a month off? And if trainers want to take their horse to Brisbane or take it to Melbourne, there's still races there, but each state has a bit of an off season. And
I'm going with no.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
For someone that co-owns a subscription service that provides racing tips?
Well, yeah.
I'd say absolutely no break.
I would have much preferred the races on Saturday be at Newcastle.
Yeah, I like that.
Randwick with the rail out.
When we
11
have
metres.
those standouts, when they do Kembla and they do Gosford and all that, when's that usually?
That's at the end of
Autumn?
Well, Gosford, I think, the coast is autumn. But then you've got the Gong, the Hunter,
when
Campo.
are all those? 'Cause
That's
they're all
end of spring carnival.
Yeah, see, put them on now.
Yeah.
Because the Hunter horses Everest horses.
Yeah,
Lost and
Valana.
Running.
Valana, I think, won it. He might have gone Silver Eagle, didn't get an Everest slot, Golden Eagle,
ran
and
into
then
the Golden Eagle,
and then went to a 100.
Yeah, and I think Lost and Running won it the year before, and he ran in the Everest and then won the Hunter. So yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. You can give definitely a good break to the track. So,
But yeah,
especially New South Wales, there's some very good tracks, Newcastle,
yeah,
Stone,
and you
Yeah.
get a better turnout.
Kembla. Yeah,
Then
exactly
at
right.
Randwick on Saturday, you would have got a few people going to Newcastle or Kembla or
Why don't we shift like the
Scone?
Goodwood and all that shit down in South Australia and Western Australia at this time of the year?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just tacked on to the end of the Group 1 Carnival.
I think
Would they be all right with that, do you think?
I don't know what
I
we bring it
don't
to
think
Sydney.
probably not.
No. Yeah, let them have their Group 1s, but now.
Oh,
I think a race like a Goodwood, like that Adelaide Carnival, like it needs the support of a major race day at Randwick or Eagle Farm.
For what?
on the
Betting
same-
turnover?
Well,
Not for people turning up.
and
Yeah.
you've got to get the horses there, Sam, because
that's-
there's no horses in work
I
at
was
the
about to say,
like
you
the
gotta
Group 1
plan.
horses are not in work at the moment.
Like it's a good stepping stone. The Goodwood's always been to a Stradbroke, but
And does any horse go down there?
Well,
Deepour, get into a 12
Deepour.
Get to the
Make the
Goodwood.
Goodwood next week, and Campo's going to
Goodwood going next
Adelaide.
week. Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry,
I just offended Campo. I said no good horses are in work now.
Yeah.
My two just
Future
came back
good
in
horses.
work.
Future good horses are in
Yeah.
work now.
future
Yeah.
good horses.
So we're no to an off season.
Absolutely no.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely not.
Absolutely no.
But
Stupid question.
we could go.
Push it.
Push it.
push that question. Yeah, that's
Push
right.
the no race.
Stay tuned next week for that segment that didn't make the run this week.
Stuff
Yeah,
is-
I would say no. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of, like Blake said, just moving away from kind of the metro tracks and give them a chance to
Have a breather.
have a breather.
Well, that's right. Like that takes a lot of racing. Randwick and Rose Hill. I've always said that about Brisbane. Like Doomben and Eagle Farm are your two metro tracks. Obviously, they're owned by the BRC, so Ipswich, Sunshine Coast, Toowoomba, etc. But I'd love to see Doomben and Eagle Farm used like Randwick and Rose Hill is, where they're just Saturday tracks, and we give Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Toowoomba, Ipswich like your
do it.
your
That's-
Wednesdays, like Warwick Farm, Canterbury, Hawkesbury, etc. Kenzo.
I doubt Gold Coast would be keen for Wednesday meetings rather than Saturday meetings.
Like
But
at
they-
the moment.
Well, they could do poly on a Wednesday and grass on a Saturday.
What's
mix it up.
the Gold Coast going to be like when we get the lights up and
That'd be awesome.
are they going
They're
to
doing a
race on a
hotel
Friday
there and
night
everything.
and stuff?
Yeah. Do you want to go hard in an apartment or something?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll have
The leg up
like the
apartment.
box.
That
The
would be
box.
great.
Be like a corporate box.
It's just
but
a-
it's
Like those houses at Doomben.
It'd be really well
Doomben
done.
or Eagle Farm.
Oh, what
Sorry.
were you saying? What were you saying last night to me?
Oh, we've just bought a horse off Inglis, and one of the guys that bought 20% in it because he's bought a house, or he lives in one of the houses that backs onto Eagle Farm. So he's got the big balcony at like the 1,200 metre start, and he's like, I've just been wanting a horse to race
getting hand in
race
any
in
horses.
Brisbane. So it's
That
like
would be
great.
so sick.
You could
You
buy
always
it.
do see like on Stradbroke that
Yeah.
barbecue.
It's like we're there every
That's
Saturday.
the dream. But I think they're going to do apartments. I think, is it up the? It's on the straight, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I think
That would
like
be
Gold
wicked.
Coast is the absolute perfect place to have night racing.
Oh hell yeah!
absolutely.
Imagine the Bucks parties if you could
Yeah.
throw
When the
top
Gold Coast
golf
track
all up.
is finished, everything's done, it'll be one of the best tracks in Australia.
Yeah.
It's proved that time and time again how good of a racetrack it is. Obviously, it's tough at the moment what everyone's had to deal with, but once it's done, it'll be very, very good. It'll be top class.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and what's the nightclub that you're all up? Gold
This one
Coast
you go
Turf
to.
Club?
It's got to be retros.
This one you go to, Kelly.
Melbourne's?
Melbourne's, yeah. That's
Stay
different.
away from
Melbourne's isn't
Kelly
called
Beach.
Melbourne's anymore, is it?
No.
It's called
No.
the Island. Isn't it
Melbourne's
the
is called-
Island?
No, the island used to be called the Islander. Remember them on footy trips?
Yeah, the
Just
Island.
stick to the
yeah.
floor.
Is that the one like right on the tram tracks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Probably.
Why'd you look at me like I don't know? 37 two kids. I don't go out.
You were first
stay
at
out.
the Gold Coast, so you must
Yeah,
know.
when I was 30. Yeah, I suppose. No, I remember from schoolies and all
play
that.
surfers on a Saturday.
Oh, bro, do not go anywhere near it.
Yeah.
What were you doing out?
No, we went for dinner. Oh no, I wouldn't. It's a while ago now. So annoying. There's a few
Just lobbed into surfers for a
well,
quick.
there's a number of restaurants in Surfers. So
Oh,
Yeah, there is.
Seriously.
I actually quite like going to surfers because
Yeah, it's
there's
nice,
lots to
but,
see. Lots to see.
Milky
There's
Lane.
plenty to
after
see.
about 9 o'clock, it gets a bit wild.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, there's bloody plenty of blues there. I had to do something, and I had to drive through there at I was like 8:30 on a Saturday night, and there were people blind, punching on, and coppers everywhere.
Yeah.
Just shot straight.
When
up.
I'm looking
Old
for a
mate,
photo.
the
Yeah,
bloke that
I knew
sits
where
out the
you
front of
go. I know where
7-Eleven
you
in
go.
the pink bikini. Have you seen him? The real tanned old dude that's got he looks like he's been out on the beach for his entire life. But
Yeah.
I think he's homeless. But he's got a pink
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I know
pink
that guy.
bikini, long, like grey hair.
What? And just
Just sits on Cavill Avenue
shit.
outside Surfers.
what a lie.
Yeah,
What a life.
he's there all day, every day.
Boy or girl dog?
Boy dog.
Boy dog, Ernie.
I think we need to bush the collar.
Push the collar.
Yeah, bush the collar.
The kids chose it.
Push the bow tie.
We've got Ernie. For anyone that's not watching, we've got my dog in the office.
Is this a good segment into the gender
No.
neutral?
Can we move on so Blake doesn't go into gender neutral children and having a huge fight with people?
We can. Well, part of the reason I did ask the question about having an off season was because some of the results that we've had the last few weekends have been questionable.
Madness.
We've had Benode break his long run of outs at Wyong on a Thursday. His right sort of race. But then just on Saturday, Young Werther got back in the winner's stall for the first time in over 1,000 days.
Yeah, but Young Werther is a genuine Flemington Group 1 horse on his day. Like he's run, I think he ran like third in a McKinnon or something like that. So
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
goes
but
good.
horses do forget how to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, lose confidence.
Yes. So brutality
Brutality,
another
yeah.
one. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good horse because you
bloody
could,
brutality.
but fear not. So lots of horses that haven't won for a long time have been winning lately. Is the term
Marley
is it
Doon?
fair to Marley Doon? I backed her on Sunday. I thought it was her day, but does every dog have their day, or are they just nonnies?
It's hard to. There's always a race for a horse.
There's always a race.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Definitely horses have confidence.
Correct. Yeah, even I like Marley. She's the most beautiful horse in the world, but she just doesn't enjoy winning. She hasn't won yet. So, but even Benny said after the race, she got past the third horse and thought that was a job done. But if she looked up, there's 3 lengths. There's one in front of us.
Yeah.
So that's some horses just they struggle to win races, but one day she'll get it done. So there is races for them.
It's just like when, like, the three of us go and play basketball out here and you two versus me. Your confidence is beat down because I'm just beat up on you all the time.
We just don't want to go near you because your arms are too airy. gives us rug burn. It's like carpet burn all up my elbows.
But
He used to rock up to basketball in like the arms.
Shooting sleeve. I knew this.
Yeah, Steph
I
Curry.
knew
Yeah,
this.
well, you don't want sweat going onto your hand and
Is that what that's for?
yeah.
I didn't
right.
know that. I
Yeah,
thought
well,
it was
that's-
just for the look.
It is. It was kind of for the look.
Both.
That's a pretty good shooter.
I'd say there are nonnies.
Yeah, I'm on the nonny train.
I own a few nonnies, and I think that there's horses that go into races and ownership, get to the races, and then you would realise that okay, these guys can't race around other horses, or it can go on a jump out, it can run along one or two others, but once it gets into race conditions, even in the barriers, it's a completely different atmosphere on race day. They're the ones that I would say would go into the nonny category for me.
Well, Campo, I'll ask you this because obviously Marley Doon, like she's a maiden, so that's the races you go to. But a horse like Benode that has been Group 1 place, like he's a good honest stayer. But do trainers aim up too often? Like are there times where a horse could go to a Group 3 on a Saturday, or it could go to a Class 4 at Newcastle on a Sunday and win that? Like, are we?
Definitely right.
Yeah, like if they rate them right and put them in the right races.
And build your horses through their classes and keep
Yeah.
building their confidence. Like I know even with a horse like Deepour, the more he won, you could see this bit of swagger about him and
Yeah,
the way he kept coming on and on. So, yeah, of course, but there is horses that obviously, they're good enough they can take on those races. But at the end of the day, you're trying to, obviously, of course, get the money for your owners and win races.
Yeah. I'd
it's
argue
hard.
that
A lot
you'd
of
get
horses-
more prize money for winning a race than running 7th
Correct.
in a listed race or something like
A
that.
lot of owners are just in it for the thrill to win a race. And
Yeah.
I know that there is a lot of horses. I've got to name a number of horses of mine that, go to the trials. They
Shush, Ernie,
trial
we're
up
recording a
real good.
podcast.
But then they get to the race and obviously the noise, the people, everything starts worrying them a bit. So, they're all different.
They're around more horses, other trailers, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they know it's game day.
A horse like Benno, though, he's Group 1 placed as a 3-year-old. He runs second in a derby or whatever. He's very hard to place after a race like that.
Yeah.
I know they found him a Class
Why is
1
that?
plate. Because he gets weighted out of benchmark racing and
Right,
stuff
okay.
like that.
Do you think, though,
But
that
there's
he would have
also-
been, like, just good enough? Like, even if he did go to a race where he probably was going to get weighted out of it, do you think he's got class on his side to to win those sort of races? Like even
Well,
if
he
it's
does, but weight stops trains as well, and,
Yeah.
and like until you've been beaten up enough, like because there's trajectory of a horse's career as well.
Yeah.
Like Benno started $10 in a Caulfield
Yeah.
Cup, so he is a horse that they probably thought was going to get to the top level, but
Yeah.
he's sort of just plateaued.
Yeah.
Whether that's due to confidence or he got to his peak ability younger in his career. Like we don't know how good that horse of Kieran Maher and David Eustace was going to be. He never
Yeah.
really seen him on the track again. But like
the
maybe
second coming,
they
or
just
so you think?
Maybe being something we talked about the other week. Remember, horses going push too hard too early, and then they flatten off. And then
could well be.
Yeah.
Could like you just
Yeah.
you just don't know really.
correct.
Yeah.
Horse like Shelby 66, he had 1,000 starts before he won a Group 1.
Still no good.
They ran him every day in Goulburn or wherever it was. That's a
He
trajectory.
just needed education.
Yeah.
It was
I don't know
fit.
about that. I just
God,
think he
you
got the
tell you what,
bottom of the
imagine, I'd love to get a hold of a Shelby 66 owner and just say, what was that journey like just chasing tails at Goulburn and wherever else it was running?
It would have been the greatest, like because he got beaten in the highway that preparation. He got
Yeah.
beaten in a race, yeah,
And just burst out of nowhere.
yeah.
Robbie
and then
Dolan? Was it Robbie Dolan?
Yeah.
Dolan won the Galaxy on him. He ran second to Nature Strip in the
Yeah,
shorts or something like that.
No, he beat home Nature Strip. He ran second
Oh, he
to
ran second to
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Yeah.
He gave Nature Strip Winburn.
Yeah.
That's I'm bushing that entire prep.
I backed him in the
know
Galaxy,
you
so
did.
I'll cop it.
I
price was he?
wasn't a fan of it.
$11 or something like that.
You weren't a fan of it till late either.
I only jumped on in the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I think I've I only backed him once in his career, so I'll take it.
That's
You take that. Yeah.
trumpet.
Imagine. You'd hate to be that bloke that backed him every start of his career.
Those 1,000 stars.
Yeah. Boys, I want to show you a replay or a part of a replay anyway from a race at Bairnsdale. I think it was
Excuse me? What's that? Country Victoria?
Country Victoria. Yep.
Is this a false start?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. It's out the
no.
barriers.
Yeah, I want you to tell
I
me.
didn't look at the head on. But
Okay, well,
Oh, you got the head on here, haven't
You're
you?
going to get the head on. Okay, so we're looking at from barrier 11 there.
Good
Big-
sponsor.
Big 420 pliers.
420
It's cold
pliers.
down in Barnsdale. Gotta have a hot
So I'll
pie
play it
there.
full speed and then the
do you think
slow mo
4
replay.
and 20 or Vill? Is it Villies?
Villies great.
Villies
Yeah,
are
Villies
good.
number one.
No, 420, thank you.
What are they saying? Open before it?
Yeah, well, do we need to see it
Side on
again?
it looks like it's just
Side on it looks
red
worse,
hot.
I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's
So-
out too. He's
Okay.
started
Then
like
we'll
a
go to
rocket.
the side on.
Looks like half balked.
Because if they move that 10,
Whoa.
oh, he's way out.
Has he just jumped,
Flies
spring
to
the
start.
lids?
I think it flies the start. I think
What? Isn't it ping the leads?
Spring the lids.
Ping the lids.
Ping the
You can
lids.
spring them too.
But like you
Well-
look at a few of the other jockeys, they're sort of looking around thinking it might be no race. And anyway,
I
Are
don't
they?
know
Are
who called the meeting, but whoever called the meeting
Terry
was
Bailey.
Terry Bailey was like, it took him
Where'd it run?
600
ran
meters.
third
It ran third.
and it stayed a runner. Yeah,
Oh.
Terry Bailey the whole time sort of said, "Oh well, this will be a no race."
Hold the tickets,
punters,
yeah, I remember, I heard that.
And then
they'll
even in the
go
straight,
back.
he was like, "Oh, they won't rerun this race because they're riding them out."
Yeah,
So it was play on.
play
He was
on.
playing on. I think marginally it possibly opened slightly
Yeah.
in front, but I don't.
I just
like,
think if you like,
Has
maybe
it
a
pinged the
frame
lids like that before?
A frame.
well, I'm not sure. I don't do my country Victoria form, but you know, like that barrier's pretty well half like fully
Yeah.
open there compared to look at like barriers 5, 6, 7. They're all
14 still not even.
Not
looking to
even
get out.
there.
Yeah, but also if the gates like unlock
Yep.
and the horse puts pressure on them, they're going to open faster, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's
So-
close to fully open, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, but
like,
okay,
I
go
think-
back to that selection there. This is going to be hard because people aren't seeing the exact footage that we're showing. But
Like,
there's, I think, like barrier 7 is also. Do you know what I mean? They're not all opening exact synchronicity.
no,
And that's just
Jesus,
how
quick.
that works. But yeah, it's flying out. But
I can't-
what if it wins?
Well, I think it's a fair start, but the jock didn't even take advantage of it really. Like
Horse
put the
did.
brakes on. It was fourth in the run.
Probably a first ride in a race or something.
yeah, 4 kilo claim.
Yeah, okay. So it was.
It was play on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying no race. I'm saying unfair advantage.
I think it is, yeah. I've seen plenty of races.
Yeah,
like
I'd
that.
have to
Yeah, I've
agree.
seen worse,
Yeah.
like lesser margins get.
Go back to that
You want to see?
front on. I want to see the front on again.
We'll go back to the start.
Slowly.
This is the full-
Slowly.
Watch
slowly.
barrier 7 over here as well. Oh, no, that's,
I reckon they
isn't
open-
slow.
This is the slow.
Watch 7's up 2 or 8 opens 2.
Far
Yeah.
out. It's like a frame, maybe.
Yeah, okay, if the horse wins by
Same play on, but
Oh, yeah, you'd be filthy if you ran behind it.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel
I feel
What
like
if
it's
you've-
one
like
of
you've
those.
run-
It's one of those things that like was that a high hit, and if the player stays injured or not.
Yeah. What if you've run
one of those.
fourth?
How far did it beat fourth? Yeah.
I'll find it. Keep talking. But I was going to say, what if you've run fourth and that horse runs third and you've backed your horse each way? Like,
Yeah, true. You'd
you're
be wanting
filthy, aren't you? Like, if you're one
You're
that's
also
scratching.
having each way
If
bets
it-
at Barnsdale. Relax.
if it got a fair,
It's on a Tuesday or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well,
I'm saying I'm saying play on.
Let
Just
the
because
boys
what do we?
play on.
Yeah, like where do we have that technology now? I've changed my verdict. We have that technology where we can slow things down to a perfect, as you said, it's one frame out.
is it a little bit like the bunker at rugby league? Like
Yeah, it is a
when
little
there's
bit.
sort of
You watch
those
stuff in slow-mo.
tries. It's sort of
The bunker.
you're
It
bushing the
needs to
bunker.
You want to bush the bunker?
Just so everyone knows what we're talking about in bush and buy or bush. It's a segment we're going to start doing as of next week, I think.
Yeah,
Where
but it's just sort of integrated its way into.
yeah, it has a little bit, and we want to get you guys involved as well.
What's that on? Bush or
Buy or bush.
Buy or
So
bush.
you're either buying into something or you're bushing it, like you're sending it out bush.
buy or bush Jimmy Orman or Aaron Bullock? Because Rocky's obviously here and that's Jimmy's.
Yeah,
first
they're
Jimmy's there, isn't he?
trying to
Yeah.
win the nationwide
Orman
premiership.
or Bullock?
Who are you bushing?
I'd
No, buying or
I'd
bushing.
buy Orman, but not.
I'd buy Orman too.
because what weight can Jimmy ride?
56 probably this time of year, 55 and a half.
Yeah, I'll buy
You
Jimmy.
might have got to 55.
I think Bull can only ride about 58.
What's he got up there today? It's
got a
Yeah,
couple of
58, I think.
6 rides or something. 6 and he's got rides. He's going to go to Lismore tomorrow, Saturday,
He was
Sunday.
Great rider, Bullock.
$2.30 in the Jockeys Challenge today, Jimmy Orman. I couldn't believe it. Like, he's only got the 6 rides, but one of them is just a complete margin bet, like $1.40 shot. Like,
Can you just say that for us, please? Because I want to watch this go.
And
What
Jimmy
one?
Orman has not ridden a winner up here today.
well, race 2, Deal and Ace. It's
Okay,
called.
Deal and
Stewie
Ace,
Kendrick
alright.
takes it up. It's a margin bet.
Get back
margin,
to us if this
Yeah.
gets beat.
Yeah.
What price is it?
It's only $1.50.
Comment
They
below.
went up.
Yeah.
They went up
Still do that?
$1.80.
You still do comment below and
Yeah. We'll do that when we do buy or bush. People can buy and bush what they want to.
push the podcast.
Bush Nick selections at Rocky.
Bush Rocky form.
Imagine if they turned on you at Rocky.
Oh, never.
Nah, I
Unlikely.
agree.
Unlikely.
I agree.
We could get Deepour a slot in the Archer next year.
Yeah, we could, hopefully.
Oh, imagine if we.
My old
is there-
boss is a slot holder.
Really? Oh, that's right. In the pub, yeah. Okay, so let's just plan. Let's just let me run a hypothetical. So how early are you able to nominate? Like get a slot and then say, yeah, we're taking it to the Archer.
Oh, I
like,
could ring Rob Carr right now.
yeah, like so he could just say, like, when's the Archer?
April, May,
Okay, so you could say,
mid-May.
okay, you could say to the old boss,
Or May.
listen, give us your slot. Give us your slot.
What's it worth?
80,000.
No, 750. With I think it'll be $1 million next year.
80,000.
That's the new
I
market.
think Toyota Corolla. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is like there.
Not enough for Deepour. Not enough.
$1 million.
No, okay. So hold on.
Yeah,
Let me,
because
let me,
half's got to go to, well,
Slot holder.
Oh, mate.
no, potentially half. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's only worth $500,000 then.
Russell Leonard's tipped Deal and Ace.
that's the one. Margin job.
There you go.
okay, so
That's typical of Brolga to tip $1.40 shot as his best of the day.
he's potting everyone.
Let's tick them off.
He was in our punters club.
The only person that's ever had to have stuff edited out of these podcasts.
No, Brolga was in our punters club at the pub.
Blake could
And
Right.
he'd roll in on a Saturday morning, and you had to
Get his Brolga's mail.
Blake's the
Brolga's mail.
chance
Yeah.
of getting some beeping out soon. I think.
Yeah, but I feel like that's stuff that'll
We
upset the
we
world,
muzzled
not the
Blake
racing world.
too early.
I think the racing world would probably be on my side.
I'd probably agree.
Oh, he's into 210 now, James Orman.
The big players have stepped in.
Okay, so let me hear me out. So can we? This is not hypothetical. This is more of a question. Can we get a race somewhere, I'd love something like a standout like that rather than, Flemington during Melbourne Cup Week or something. But that would also be great for Deepour. But can we find a race that we know we're going to get him to that we can just go like the Ramornie but further down the track so we can actually really we can take buses there.
The Champions Sprint.
We can do that.
The Champion Sprint, that's the one down the straight.
No, Hong Kong ain't talking about.
No, isn't that Champions Day on the last
Flemington.
day?
The old
What about
Darlings.
Hong Kong?
At Flemington. That's good.
Dubai.
Oh, fuck
The
yes.
King's Stand.
I'm 100% in for that. Ascot next year.
Well, Hildo's wedding is going to be around Ascot next year.
Yeah. Alcor's Sprint.
He'll go and put everyone up in a nice hotel.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
He'll never just say yes to that.
Well, DJC,
He'd say
But
yes,
nobody's
and then the
walking
day
off to
before
come
we
out.
go, he'll go, we're here. Oh,
DJC and I invited ourselves to the wedding on Locked In last weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we said we'll be
What
there.
did he say?
Well, he didn't say no. But
I didn't say yes either. Who cares?
I said,
Okay.
He just laughed. I said,
Oh
we'll
my
eat the chicken
God.
off the chicken bones if we have to, like the leftovers. Like, we're there.
I'd say that there'd be plenty of leftovers on the plates if it's half full of jockeys that are over there riding.
I'll have to be.
We've got to keep waiting. Yeah, let's find a race for Deepour over there.
all right.
What's their owners like? They'd be keen for that, would they?
Oh, yeah, easy. Great owners, good
It's an
owners.
easy sell.
Yep.
Deepour at Ascot.
Hong Kong.
Clip that up. Clip
about
that
a-
up.
What about a Wheatwood?
Wheatwood? I reckon I've got another horse for the Wheatwood.
Oh,
Okay.
oh
Watch this
hello.
space. Charge on.
Here we go. Oh. All right. Anything else, boys, or can we let Campo get back to work? And we'll get back to work as well.
Yeah, we can let him get back to work. We got a winner in the
that's all.
first at Kembla, so let's wrap this
Have you been
podcast
tipping
up.
any winners?
Yeah.
Oh, you had a good week last week, didn't you?
Did he?
Yeah, last week was okay. The week before that was a fill up, but
Oh, I thought that
Still
was the
got
week.
much hate?
sometimes, especially on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Was TikTok become the violent...
Become?
I know.
I think it started that.
Really?
You're not
It's
on
the new
TikTok.
Twitter.
Twitter's fine now.
Twitter's lovely people.
Twitter's vanilla.
They're angels.
Really,
Oh,
TikTok?
Well, I
TikTok,
tipped one
yeah.
yesterday that was $14 into $8.50, 3 deep without cover on the speed, got beat half length, and your tips are shit.
Hold on, that was a free tip as well. And the last 3 free tips we'd given him, 2 or 3 had won, right?
Yeah.
Value tips as well.
Value tips as well.
You know what?
so.
As I was
Listen, some
saying,
people just
you're
can't
only
be
as good as your last winner.
Yeah, Blake, we say that. We've actually got it up above his office.
Chin up, pal.
How much, Blake? How much did you win for your 11 into $8.50 shot that ran fourth?
Yeah,
No,
no.
he backed
Nick.
it for third. The gate's open, so you
The
got
ga-
the
That's
no
right.
race.
There's an inquiry.
No race.
Yeah, what if you ran fourth
No, we're
there?
going good. We're going clawing back. But yeah, this.
The interstate tips yesterday were red hot.
Yeah, Gawler.
Well, Gawler went best value quaddie. Belmont went best quaddie. Ipswich went best.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, DJC, didn't he?
DJC got the quaddie and
Quaddie and yeah.
and his best bet. Yep. Red hot. Fill up.
Been good. Just can't wait for these races to start heating up again.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
far
Not long
away.
now, guys. Not long now.
No, less than 33 days, isn't it?
He's got that big countdown timer on his watch, just waiting for the
Well,
first
it's our
group one to
33-day
see.
sale for Winks.
Oh, that's
33
right.
days of Winks.
There you go.
Well
right.
said, well said.
Well done.
Yep.
Sale. Click the link below. All right, punters. Thanks again.
Later, punters.
Can he